Okay, so we want to talk about how to get from the eye figure, the eye man or woman, stick figure to something that looks more fleshed out. So let's start with an eye figure and we can go from there. Remember the letter I, slightly narrower at the bottom than at the top. We use the same measurement here. The same measurement above the waist is the measurement below the waist. We want the waist to be in the middle of the body. And we can put I'll put the arms out a little bit here today so we can see the body. Okay, so there's the elbow, wrist, and the little hand would be after that. We can do like that little mitten shape for the hand if you want. All right, so that's our stick figure. That's our advanced stick figure or our eye figure. And what we did last week, we talked about putting dots at the joints. All we're gonna do to make this different here, to flesh it out, is we're gonna use circles. So I'm gonna start with a circle right under the shoulder there. That's gonna be the shoulder. We'll put one right on the line for the elbow and then right before the hands for the wrist. And then the key, the most important one, is probably this hip circles. I want to make those nice and large and I want to make them touch in the center. Very important that they touch. Okay. And then the knee and the ankle. And all I'm really going to do now is just connect the circles. So instead of connecting dots, I'm connecting circles. I'm going to come from the very outer edge of the circle. You can see how that gives us the suggestion of an arm right away. Same thing with the legs, coming from the outside of these circles down to the knees. What this does is, because these circles were so much larger, it makes the upper leg wider than the lower leg, and that's what you want because that is how it is in real life. We can add some feet onto the end there from the ankle. And now I'm left with the body. Got a little neck there. The body is just going to drop down from the edge of the shoulder there, from the armpit down to the waist. It's a pretty straight line, maybe a little slight curve to it. So that is how to flesh out the figure for a male. Now, what's nice about this is we can actually kind of distinguish between male and female characters now. The female will start the same way. And this is a generic shape again. This is not every woman shaped like this, but it is a shape that if you do it, people will get the idea that you're going for a woman. I'll do the same thing with her arms. And we're going to add the circles again, right under the shoulders, elbows, and wrists, and then the hips. And again, those should always be the largest, man or woman, knees and ankles. And we'll connect the same way that we did before. And the only thing that's going to be different is when we get to the body shape, we're going to add that kind of generic hourglass shape to suggest that this is a woman, just by bringing it in a little bit more and then back out for the waist. So this would be more of a female character. And we can bend and shape these any way that we did before. So it's just a matter of drawing the stick figure first. So let's do the running person. So there was our stick figure of the person running. And now we'll add the circles and we'll make the stick figure fleshed out and running. Connect the arms. Connect the legs. Let's do a woman running. There's her waist. Hair blowing in the wind. You get the idea, okay? So anything that your stick figures could do, your fleshed out characters can do. It's really just a matter of kind of looking at the pose and figuring out what bends, what doesn't, and then adding these circles that will start to help thicken up the limbs and the body so that they look like a person that has some weight to them and not just a pipe cleaner or a wire figure again. Try these out, and if you have troubles with them, obviously we can go over them more in class.